Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, we're going to review the Geekom AE7, which is a mini PC. We're going to set up as a plug-and-play Steam and emulation machine. You can connect to your PC just like a Switch, PlayStation, or Xbox. So why are we doing this? Well, we've been talking a lot about how video game consoles are becoming more and more obsolete as gaming PCs can run pretty much anything you throw at them these days. So not too long ago, I took a lot of flack on Twitter and X for voicing this opinion, and the folks at Geekom actually reached out to offer us a review unit, which I thought was pretty cool. So we're going to set this one up as a mini gaming PC. So I got to give them a big thank you for providing us with this great little PC. If you like the review and you want to buy one for yourself, an AE7, check out our code in the comments and description below. You can pick up one of these mini PCs and save yourself 5%. So let's get into the review of the unit itself, and then we're going to run some Steam games on it and see how it does. As we're unboxing it, let's talk about the technical side of things. Now, a bit of a disclaimer. Do not expect the same level of performance from this unit that you would get from a $3,000 gaming rig. I feel like I have to disclaim that because some people are going to be like, this doesn't run as well as it would on my $3,500 whatever machine. But yeah, with that being said, this little guy handled newer games better than I thought it would. Again, if you're a hardcore gamer, you're probably going to want something beefier. But if you're a casual gamer or especially a retro gamer, this compact little unit might be worth checking into, especially the size. It's very, very small. It does feature integrated graphics, which is cool. I mean, this is how they squeeze everything into a compact little package here. Here are the specs. It's an AMD Ryzen 9 7940HS. It does have an AMD Radeon 780M graphics, integrated graphics chip, dual channel DDR5, 32 gigabytes. Let's see, we've got a terabyte of hard drive space on a solid state drive. We've got Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and it comes pre-installed with Windows 11. So again, the first thing you're going to notice about this mini PC is its size. It's seriously about the size of a Roku or an Apple TV box. It barely weighs anything, and it fits in the palm of your hand. You can see how it compares to our Nintendo Switch. There are plenty of ports for USB. You can connect it to Ethernet, but it also has an SD slot, which is great for additional storage, particularly for ROMs to use for emulation. But I'm not telling you to do that. I'm definitely not telling you where to find them. Wink, wink. We don't want to incur the wrath of Nintendo or anything. This unit did come pre-installed with Windows 11, which is what most users are probably going to decide to use. However, I decided to start over with a clean Windows 10 install since I'm using this machine primarily as a mini gaming console. Windows 10 seems to be a little less resource intensive and a bit snappier in my opinion. You're going to want to make sure your AMD drivers are up to date. We learned this the hard way to get the most out of your integrated graphics, right? I actually tried running it without updating the AMD and it just chugged. So I'm like, yes. Once I did that, everything ran great. Trust me, you're going to notice a huge difference. So make sure your drivers are updated. So to make this unit plug and play does require some more advanced computer skills. We're going to make this unit boot in Steam Big Picture mode by default. And we're essentially going to turn it into an operating system. Don't worry, you can quit to the desktop, get out to Windows if you need to get back into it for something. Definitely. So there are plenty of other videos out there on how to do this. I'm not going to get into it here. It's really not that difficult. Once this is done, you can select all the games from your Steam library and even sideload apps such as Epic Games or Retro Console emulators. You do this by adding a non-Steam game to your library, and once again, there are plenty of other tutorials on how to do this, as well as adding artwork for the non-Steam apps. Again, it's not rocket science. It just is more difficult than opening up a console and plugging it in, but it's worth it. So we've told you what we're doing. Let's see how some of these games perform. Squid King and I tested some newer console titles, including Spider-Man Remastered, Elden Ring, Hi-Fi Rush, and more, and you can see the frame rates on the screen for yourself. Now, the machine did get a little toasty here and there, but it actually is pretty well vented. Some of the games did require that we bump the graphics settings down a little to get better performance, but it is kind of wild to see this tiny little PC be able to handle games like these at all. It's amazing how fast mini PC technology is advancing, and I imagine someday more gamers will simply just choose a mini PC over a dedicated console, as you can basically run everything you can on a console. Except for Nintendo, of course. Plus pretty much every game ever made up to the current generation, which is a huge bonus. Again, I'm not telling you to do that, and I'm not telling you where to find those games. So now we're going to hook the unit up to a television and see if you can tell the difference between this and playing a console. Okay, so how does this compare to a console? I've actually gone ahead and hooked up the Geekom AE7 to a monitor, which is basically just an HDMI TV, and we've got it set up with Steam Big Picture mode. It boots right to Steam Big Picture mode. Again, you can go out on the internet, find videos on how to do that yourself. You can see how size-wise it compares to our Switch. And yeah, it's just like using a PlayStation or an Xbox at this point. And you can actually get into different emulators, but I'm just going to show you how to jump into a game here. We'll do Vampire Survivors. We're going to play it, and I'm going to show you. Here we go. Just play. Ask again. There we go. Again, it is just like playing on a console, and you get tired of it, just get out of it. Now we're going to go back out to the main menu. We're going to look at games. Some of the games we have installed here. I want to show you that I actually did sideload a Dreamcast emulator. And it's actually in the non-Steam. Here we go. Non-Steam Dreamcast emulator. All right, so let's go out and try playing a Dreamcast game. Now, I do own a legal copy of this game. I am not going to show you how to play Nintendo games on this because I know how Nintendo is. But let's try playing a Dreamcast game. Okay, so let's go out to Redream. Let's do Sonic Adventure 2. You can see how fast it actually runs on this computer. I know Dreamcast games are sometimes hard to emulate depending on the specs, but this little thing can actually keep up. It's pretty cool. Let's get right into it here. We know. Yeah, it doesn't even miss.
File select.
Let's do a new one. There we go. You guys probably know the drill on this one.
Story select.
So again, this is a great little machine that you can configure to do pretty much whatever you want to do. You know, again, don't expect the kind of performance that you would get from a $3,000 gaming rig, but you know, for the size and the price, it's I think it's a great value, and you can do a lot with it. You can use it for art, you can use it for media storage. Here we go. Let's play some Sonic real quick. Yeah, actually runs great on this. Frames per second, almost 60 frames a second. It's 57. Let's see how it does once we actually get into the game here. Again, I'm not going to tell you where to get the ROMs. I can't tell you how to set them up. You're going to have to do that yourself. Those are other videos. I haven't played this game in years. Oh my god, I haven't played this game in a long time. Alright, well you get the idea though. It is going 60 frames a second. There we go. 59, 58. Still pretty good. I mean, again, this would be a fantastic machine to kind of set up as an all-in-one mini console. Yeah, do I think it's going to fully replace your PlayStation 5 at this point? No, I don't. But we're getting to the point where PCs this size definitely can do that. So I recommend it, again, for the price. If you want to set up a mini PC to do, you know, just kind of day-to-day gaming on it, some light online gaming, definitely emulation. Again, not telling you where to get them, but if you can set it up, I think for the price, it's a great value. So again, check out the links in the description below. And a big thank you to Geekom for sponsoring this video, for providing us with a review unit. I definitely am going to configure this thing to play a lot of retro games and a lot of my old favorites. God, I haven't played this game in a long time, but there we go. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Please subscribe. Check out Clownfish Gaming. We do more gameplay videos on Clownfish Gaming. I'm just messing around here. We do more gameplay on Clownfish Gaming. Check that out. It's a whole nother YouTube channel, and we'll talk to you guys later.